Welcome back to Your Morning Calgary. In May 2022, TSN's Rick Westhead broke the story of 5 former World Junior Hockey Team players accused of sexually assaulting a young woman in a London hotel room. Now, the story put a spotlight on the culture of our sport in this country and how Hockey Canada initially handled the case. While all 5 players were acquitted back in July of this year, the conversation about how broken the national game has become continues. And that's the focus of a new book written by Westhead. He joins me now to tell me more about We Breed Lions, examining hockey's culture and path toward reform. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm curious to know, just when you decided to write this book, did the Hockey Canada scandal, was it the catalyst for it, or were you already kind of thinking about covering this story more in depth, the stories of the people that you interviewed in depth?
Yeah, thanks for the question and the chance to talk about this new book. It actually started months earlier. Throughout most of 2021, I did a lot of reporting, like more than 40 stories, on the case of a sexual assault allegation made by Kyle Beach, a former member of the Chicago Blackhawks. And that reporting kind of culminated with an interview where Kyle revealed his identity in October 2021. And we aired that interview on SportsCenter uninterrupted for 28 minutes. From that point forward, things really changed for me. My inbox, I haven't gone a week since October 2021 without somebody passing on credible information about allegations of misconduct, mostly in hockey, but also in other sports in Canada. And so that's how this story started. In May 2022, someone said, you need to look at this lawsuit that's been filed and quietly settled down in London, Ontario. And I did. And, obviously there's been a lot of reporting on it since then.
Yeah, and I imagine your inbox continued to be flooded since then. And there's a lot of stories that challenge the sport that you're covering. So how did you go about navigating that while, keeping the fans and players in mind?
Yeah, listen, investigative journalism there's a lot about what we do is tell uncomfortable truths. My job is holding powerful institutions accountable and giving a voice to people who don't have one. And so, and that can lead to blowback. So you look at how people covering politics, they get a lot of blowback for what they do too. It's just in sports, I guess there's not as much of it per se, so it maybe stands out a little bit more. I don't worry about the blowback, whether it's social media or not, and the reward of actually leading to modest change at least makes it all worthwhile. Like, let's talk for a second about what's happened because of this reporting alone. In the last couple of years, the Canadian public learned that Hockey Canada was not managing a secret slush fund, a fund that was being used to pay off allegations of sexual assault, and that fund was built with the payments that minor hockey parents across Canada had made. And, I think it's clear that it's in the public interest that as Canadians, we should have a right to know about the existence of that fund, especially since it's being built with minor hockey registration money. And that's one small example of where there's been change and more transparency over the last couple of years.
And actually later this month, you're going to be here in Calgary, a part of WordFest. When you're here, for people who haven't read the book yet, what do you hope they take away, and what can they expect from your appearance at WordFest?
Well, I hope people can take away that 2 things can be true. I love hockey. It's the best game in the world. I play 3-4 times a week. I coached my son all the way through minor hockey. When he was fighting cancer, our hockey community was around us, and there was a ton of love, and it was amazing. So not only do I recognize, I celebrate the amazing people that are in the game. But 2 things can be true. You can have a sport that's amazing and also one that has real systemic issues. And whether it's the commercialization of minor hockey or whether it's the culture of junior hockey and what happens when these 14, 15, 16-year-old boys move away from their families for the first time to junior teams where they're trying to fit in and be accepted by teammates who are as old as 20 or 21 in some cases. So that's what I hope. Don't hate hockey. I love hockey, and I just hope that everybody would be open to listening to some ways that we can make what's a great game a better game.
Rick, really appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for this.
Okay, thank you.
And again, Rick Westhead is an investigative reporter and author of We Breed Lions, examining hockey's culture and path towards reform, which is available now where books are sold.